I've lived in a moment in South Africa where there's been extraordinary change.
If you think of the shows Yizo Yizo, Isthembiso, your name is really at the genesis of so many shows that form the very fabric of the TV and film industry. Angus, how are you
I'm
after
very
this
well.
day?
Been an experience.
What I want to know is, what has been your compass through all of this, through this journey, through the years?
I'm guided by being a South African. I've lived in a moment in South Africa where there's been extraordinary change. I grew up wanting to leave South Africa. I mean, through my adolescence. And there was a point at which that changed and I wanted to engage. So I suppose that's what my film is in many ways, is an engagement with South Africa. I mean, there was a moment in which it probably would have been not a bad idea for me to go to the States, but I chose to be here. And I've never regretted that. So it's a dialogue between myself and the country that I live in, that, if that's a guide, I don't know.
I mean, I think it is. You know, we experience that dialogue through all of the shows that we have grown to love, that we've grown up with. I mean, Yizo Yizo turns 20, so that must be quite a milestone for you to look back on.
Well, there's quite a lot of work that I love that we've done, but Yizo does have a special place. And it was a lot of people coming together in the right moment. And we were given the opportunity. It was just a happy accident.
Would you say that Isibaya was a risk? Because at that time...
Well, there were two risks with Isibaya.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, since Yizo Yizo, everybody had been making sort of media that was in a contemporary sort of urban mix of languages. And I suppose I had become, I thought it's been going on for a long time, and I have a sense that the audience would be interested in exploring pure language again, and also exploring a rural
setting.
Yeah, and that was a big risk. There was a sense of us stepping completely outside of a comfort zone, and in my gut, I felt it was the right thing to do. And also, you know, we had the narrative of the Mkovu in the first season, and I kind of felt like we could have been crucified for that. And you know, we went ahead and did it, and people kind of embraced that narrative. I mean, some people hate it, but they kind of love to hate it, I think. And so that was also sort of a big risk, I think, yeah.
They embraced it, and, you know, they kept coming back, because Isibaya, if I believe, was supposed to only be one season. And, you know, all these seasons later, we still love it. Upon doing more research on Shaka Zulu and the history and the 8 kingdoms, you know, the 8 leaders of the Zulu kingdom, there's just so much, even within his reign. I mean, why Shaka, of all of the leaders that have impacted the world, why his story?
Well, there's a short answer, which is that Mnet asked us to do it.
Oh, wow, okay.
I would not have chosen...
Levels.
I would not have chosen Shaka, because he is so important to so many people. So it felt like a particularly dangerous territory to venture into. But dangerous territory, we go there. So, and as we do the research, I grow more and more in love with the project. And I love its contradictions. I love the contradictions in the character or in people's perceptions of the character. And we have to find our path through all those perceptions and different narratives and myths around him.
They say when tigers die, they leave their skin behind. And when humans die, they leave a name behind. Are you proud of the name that you will one day leave behind that you're building?
Sure. I mean, if I was to generalize, I've done things that I don't like. But if I'm to generalize, most things I've done, I'm happy that I've done.
I'm very grateful that many people watch the things that we've done. I'm hoping that my best work is in the future.
Absolutely.